Hey guys, this is just gonna be quick. I'll be back live later. I just want to do this before I went live and did a different show. So it's gonna be a quick update, and then I'll be back later on Kick since it's Sunday.
What you think about when you're born into a fire? Let them burn it out. Sell them to the richest buyer. They wanna let the world decay. They tell us lies and fade away, fade away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway.
I'm not gonna run the regular intro. We'll just hop right into it as soon as people have had time to get here. But
Beat the odds, beat the big house. The brains are bigger than the doubt we've been thinking.
my bigger concern is why is this being kept from everyone? But we'll get into it in just a second.
This is bigger than ourselves. We won't let the world burn away, burn away. We feel betrayed. We were raised to lose the race. Wake at the back of the pack, kill it anyway. To blame, haters face the world's mistakes. Wake at the back of the pack,
Let me stop the music. We'll go ahead and roll over. Like I said, no regular intro. This is just an update. It won't be long, but here we go. Welcome everybody. I'm Will Bird. This is the Cold Beer Confessional. Some sad news today that most of you guys know Rhino. This is channel behind me. David, I think his name David Rogers from Rhino Nation 8. Some of you may know, some of you may not. He passed away. So if you heard his last stream, I think it was his last live stream was 2 weeks ago. And before that, he hadn't done a stream in 2 months. So his last live stream, he sounded pretty rough, almost like maybe he had COVID, maybe he had pneumonia, maybe he had something. And then apparently, from what I found out today, on Thursday, he was staying at a hotel, the Econo Lodge, and on Thursday, they had discovered his body and found out that he had passed away. And Thursday is the day the coroner came to got him, but said that he had been he had passed away at least 24 hours ago. So he didn't sound good. It didn't sound like he was doing well. And at least from like a group of details we've gotten, it seems as if maybe he had a heart condition or a heart attack. While in the room, I guess they check for it. There's an enzyme that's released that's used to repair your heart after a heart attack, and it's usually it's called an enzyme marker that can test for it and tell if you've had a heart attack. So David was a veteran, and he was on disability, and I think he got VA disability as well, if I'm not mistaken. So he should be entitled a place in a national cemetery, and that'll be they'll do any gravesite in any cemetery, opening, closing the grave, perpetual care, which is ongoing care of the grave, a government provided headstone or mark or burial flag, a president memorial certificate. All of that's at no cost to the family. If certain states go above and beyond, that's at the national level. Certain states go above and beyond that. If you've completed your required service. So whether that's 4 years, 6 years, whatever you signed up for, if you completed your required service and had a discharge other than dishonorable, which could be general, it could be honorable, it could be general under honorable conditions, anything but dishonorable, then you are allowed this, and some burial allowances for stuff like a casket or whatever. Some states go above and beyond that. In the state of Tennessee, is if you're receiving any compensation or pension from the VA, it's 100% covered at a national cemetery here in Tennessee. So he should be able to take. I know he did have a lot of money, I guess is what I'm saying, but he should have the majority of that covered. I did hear that there was going to be a cremation and there's a funeral home listed and whatever. So maybe someone else took care of that. When someone dies with no family around, is called an indignant death, and basically this can either mean that the family didn't claim, or they didn't have any family, or the family decided not to claim, and they are usually provided at minimum like a basic funeral with just the staff or whatever. You can go above and beyond that. Veterans obviously get above and beyond that as long as you're not dishonorable. There's also, if you're on Social Security disability, there's a disability death allowance. It's not much. It's like $250. That comes with it too, combined with the other things. I don't know why this was being kept from people. I was apparently the word was don't tell anybody, especially me. And I'm not sure. We went round and round with David has a wife in the Philippines. And she has a son, and that they did a fundraiser for her once, and it was over a tsunami or whatever. Apparently they're under the impression, the people that found out about this are under the impression that they're not supposed to tell his wife either, which seems very, very strange. All of this and leading up to, I guess they're going to do a donation stream. I'm not sure where these donations are going, especially if he was a veteran I don't think he had a dishonorable discharge. I think he would have said that. And I've talked to him about his military service before as well. So I don't know where these funds are going or what this fund is for or why I was made to keep quiet. I reached out to Sage today, and he said that Sage said he didn't know, and that he asked several people, including like Liberty Warrior and like Cam and people like they didn't know. Seems the only person that knows is Kathy H and the people that she decided to tell and told those people not to tell anybody else. So that's all very weird to me, at least. But keep your eyes out for that. You could at least tell, I mean, obviously his wife needs to know, and somebody could at least make a post. The only post I really saw, if you go to his very last live stream, again, he sounded very rough in this live stream, and people were talking about how bad he sounded. There was even one person that said, "Hey, looks like you're back from the dead," or something like that, because he hadn't been live in so long. But if you go like the newest comments, it says stuff like "Rest in peace." So I didn't know, blah blah blah, whatever. And then once I started telling people, obviously there's new people that hopped on that. I'm sure that maybe Sage commented or saw my post. It's weird that Kathy H isn't telling anybody and is specifically telling people not to tell certain other people. That's very strange. In lieu of a fundraising stream for something she has nothing to do with. I heard she's even somehow spoke to the coroner, and it's hard to tell with Kathy H. She lies about so many things. But apparently the rumor is she spoke with the coroner and she's getting the rest of his belongings like he had on him. So like his wallet and stuff and his cell phone, stuff that I had to get from my dad, which is very, very, very weird. But you know, she's a weird person. So who knows why she's doing this or what she's doing this for or why she's established. Don't tell these people, don't tell that people, don't tell his wife. If we're to believe that that's his wife, why? That's very weird. Anyways, I just wanted to let everybody know. We've certainly had our run-ins with David, but I mean, the last few months I haven't even spoke about him. We were on good terms. We would see him in his chat sometimes. I would be in his, we'd see him in our chat. Sometimes I'd be in his chat, messing with Don. So I've got nothing against the man. I hate to see anybody pass away, but I don't know what the fuck Kathy H is doing. And I just wanted to kind of put a warning out there ahead of it, because there are ways for him to get his burial that he deserves as a military veteran. It doesn't seem like he has a dishonorable discharge, because if he had a dishonorable discharge, he wouldn't be able to get VA disability, and he is. According to his own statements, and we talked behind the scenes. Sometimes he gets disability through the VA. He's eligible for a burial, and whether you liked him or not, it seems very, very weird for some person, some random internet woman who's never met him, to be in control of this and not telling his wife or anybody else. So his wife lives in the Philippines, and me and Johnny went over this once. I'm not sure how legitimate their marriage is. I don't want to speak ill of the dad, obviously, but it seemed like it was a rushed wedding, and then COVID hit, and they couldn't be together. I think he hasn't seen her in years because of COVID and stuff that's going on in the Philippines, and that we didn't even find out he had a wife until the fundraiser thing. And I'm not sure. It doesn't matter. But I was just letting you guys know that's what's going on. If you see Kathy H pop up with her fundraiser, somebody needs to find out exactly where it's going to, who's going to be in controls of the funds. We're not just going to trust this lady to control these funds that she's fundraising, while she's also forbade people from telling others that he even passed away. She's not next to kin. She's not related. She doesn't, she met him on the internet 2 years ago, and somehow she's in charge of what's going on around him. It's very, very, very strange. She typically uses this type of stuff to try to let people know that she's important, including when she went on some type of hurricane rescue mission. During a hurricane, she said that she was working with military commanders to rescue sailboats. Kathy H is is a weird one, and to latch onto something like this is pretty disgraceful. But I just want to let you know he has passed away. There should be options, fully funded options for burial services, a place in a national cemetery as long as there's vacancy. And if there's not vacancy at the closest one, they'll move them to the other one. It's not like the national cemetery near me is in Johnson City. It's not like if Johnson City's full, they're just like, oh, you're out. Like they'll just move me to the next one, which is probably like Middle Tennessee down there, like Knoxville. But there should be ways to pursue that. And I'm not sure what the fundraiser's for, but I think it's kind of weird that Kathy H is even organizing a fundraiser. And if she's organizing a fundraiser and the real goal was to provide for his burial or for his family or for people he left behind or his expenses, anything like that, why is she banning people from talking about it? That seems very weird. You should be out here saying, don't tell this person, don't tell his wife in the Philippines. I would put a blanket statement. If Kathy H is involved, stay the fuck away from it. But sad to see Rhino go. I know some of you enjoyed. We went over there and trolled Rhino quite a bit. And at first, it seemed to make him very upset, but he got used to it. He thought it was funny. He thought it was funny when we come in and talk about Jeff B or Don or whatever. He always laughed when I was there. So you could set it up like we were enemies or something, but we weren't. And we talked in the offline as well. So I hate to hear it, but it seemed like it was bad from his last show. If you guys want to go watch his last show, you're more than welcome. But you can just hear in his voice, he's clearly sick, and a lot of times sickness with other conditions lead to a heart attack. So your body almost goes into like shock when you're so sick, and that can lead to a heart attack. That can lead to a stroke. That can lead to a coma, obviously. So it seems like maybe he had died with a heart attack. This would have been the date that he died on would have been Wednesday the 8th. And the coroner picked up his body on Thursday the 9th and said that he had been dead approximately 24 hours. And this was all from a hotel. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know how Kathy H jumped in front of this or what she's got planned with it, but I would just be on the lookout for it. So there you go. You can have, that's the update. I'm not really good at this. Hell, I've even dealt with my own parents passing. So I'm not great at this. I'm just here for the information. So you guys can have your own moment of silence or whatever you need for Rhino. It's pretty sad, but I don't know what else to say. If Kathy H is involved in raising funds for this, I would probably not participate. If it goes to his wife or his next of kin, I'll 100% participate. But other than that, I don't have anything to say. Thank you guys. Again, this is just the update. Rest in peace to Rhino, and we'll see you guys later. I'll go live with the show. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you, guys. I'll see you later.